My style is impetuous, my defense is impregnable, and I'm just ferocious. I want your heart, I want to eat his children.
Let's get ready to rumble! But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hi and welcome to Beyond the Ropes. This is Michael. I'm joined today by Sean and David. This is episode 56. We started putting the numbers on our cast now. I can't believe we got to 56. Dwight's been to about 3.
Buzzing with that.
Where is Dwight?
Right, so I heard that Dwight was fixing a car. He was underneath it, he jacked it up. And then he got kidnapped, thrown in the boot. Where's he on his way to, Dave?
Cambodia, somewhere apparently.
We'll see if he's back next week. We'll
Back?
find out.
What do you mean back next week?
From Cambodia.
Oh, I thought you meant back
If he
to the
makes it
podcast.
No, back in the UK. So there's only one place to start, and I'm very happy about
Do
it.
your monologue, go on, just do your monologue.
Yeah, go on.
Can I have some background music?
No one cares.
Chris Eubank Jr. Now, before I start, I do appreciate that none of us had heard of Yildirim before.
Yeah.
Avram.
So I'll tone it down a bit. But he was absolutely world class. The best fight I've ever seen. He's the best fight I've ever seen.
He's the best man ever, isn't he?
Best man
Quite
ever.
simply.
It's just a legend.
No, to be honest though, I think within reason, it was probably the best I've seen Eubank look.
Mate, that was punch perfect. If he hadn't have got punched or hit by the other geezer, that would have been the perfect fight for him.
Yeah, I just think now
Unbelievable.
with him, we've questioned his punch power before. Again, I think if you're going to stand there and go toe to toe with him,
Don't.
because he just throws so many shots, and
And
you're going to get
accuracy.
tired after
Yeah.
a few seconds of throwing shots, and he will not.
He's going to outlast most fighters, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got an absolute engine. You
Yeah.
already know that, but mate, you can't fault that. That was a combo knockout. It was probably one of the best ones I've seen in a long, long time.
But that's the good thing about him. He will put that combination together because he's got the stamina to. If it doesn't knock the bloke out, he can reset.
Yeah,
And it doesn't mean he's blowing out for the rest of the round.
you see he does a big swing. I think left hand or right hand, misses completely, steps into it, and within a second he's already thrown another punch or two to start up another combo. And like, if someone else misses, they just take a step back, they look at it, they
He
reassess,
properly
then go
commits,
ahead.
doesn't
His was just so fluid. It was like, right, I've missed. Okay, here we go with another two. It looked awesome. And that's the one thing that, for me, if this weekend's fight and if Groves beats Cox, Groves is susceptible to combos. If he doesn't move out of the way as quick as his defences are good, but he's not one to slip and move out of the way. He's one to sort of just lean back, and if he's expecting one or two punches coming at him, he won't move his feet, he'll move his body, and all of a sudden Chris Eubank will be on top of him, hitting him with 3 or 4 punches that is going to make him
The only
think
thing we
twice.
do have to say is that Eubank, Yildirim and Abraham, similar sort of like they'll tuck up, walk towards you.
And get hit.
Groves not going to do that.
No.
Groves will throw his jab out and it's an amazing jab.
That's
Pissed in a
it's
jab.
going to have to be. That's the only reason.
It's just how Eubank
It's the only
deals
reason
with
you're
that.
going to keep him away.
Personally, I'd make Eubank, assuming Groves wins, I'd make Eubank the favourite for that just because I don't think he's going to get stopped and I think he's going to win enough rounds just by work rate. But
I think
we've said it before, we could say that against any middleweight or super middleweight.
It's going to be the first, apart from the Billy Joe Saunders fight, it's going to be the first fight for Eubank in a while that he's going to have to change the way he fights. Because, like you said, we don't see a Eubank that comes out and has to think of the person he's fighting them against. With Arthur Abraham, you knew straight away how he fights. That's how he's going to come. That's made for Eubank, who throws a lot of punches. Right, we never heard of Avram, Jabby Job, whatever his name is. And he was pretty much carbon copy. So, again, he's made light work of it, bashed him out. Groves, we know, that sounds bad, but yeah.
Yes, he's bashed him out. Only in Germany,
knocked him out. Right. Yeah. Groves, okay, he's not going to be as easy to hit. He's going to be having to be wary of his jab, but he's also going to have to be wary of Groves' power. You know, this is Abraham. He's got power, but his is more when the person's completely exhausted.
The Homer Simpson
finish, yeah, the finishes you near the end. He's not got explosive powers that you'd worry about it for the first 5-6 rounds. Groves, on the other hand, can knock him out in the first round if he connects. Will he connect? Probably not, but he has that potential. He dropped Frotch within 2 minutes of the first round.
Yeah.
So he has got that explosiveness that you think, right, just got to keep a tab on that. Which for me is probably the first time since Billy Joe Saunders, Chris Eubank Jr. has had to think of his opponent, not as a punch bag.
Yeah.
Which makes this fight interesting to see a different dynamic from Eubank. For me, anyway.
That's well put, David.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That was like the most coherent thing you've ever said.
See you, Dave.
And on that, signing out.
And drop the headphones.
I'm going to go bash him off.
Fucking hell.
What we were saying is he's in this format of competition, that's the perfect result. Just no injury, no damage, no sort of miles on the tank really. He's just got to be delighted with what he's done. It's just, you can't really argue with it. It's just perfect start to the tournament.
I want to say this, right, and this is not me being fanboy. This is, if you think about the genuine meaning of the word, I'd say it's correct. It was a faultless performance.
Yeah.
There's nothing on that you could say probably could have done that better, or probably shouldn't have done that.
But it's better than, do you know what I mean? He could have done a faultless 12-round performance and won, and we would have been saying the same thing.
Yeah.
But now he was back in the gym on Sunday. Yeah.
If you don't believe him, check his Facebook and his Instagram, as he says.
Yeah, but and the fact that he was over there as well, an away fighter, I suppose, even more so.
I said that about him before, though. If there's one boxer I just don't think cares about that at all, it's him. Yeah, he's the most.
I think it would hurt more if he got booed, and he was the home fighter.
I think he's used to that as well.
Yeah, but.
He's just he's so clinical about everything. I don't mean literally about his fighting. I mean about everything in life. He can just detach himself from everything. You see it in his interviews, the way he talks about it, it doesn't matter. There's no emotion in what he's saying. He's just, this is my job. This is what I say. This is what I do.
I think he's got a good chance of winning this tournament. I think if he beats Groves, he'll win it. I think the winner of that will probably win it. And I just think he's going to be a megastar. Like, if he comes out of this tournament winning 3 belts, I think the public are ready to love him. It's just his dad just messes things up a bit for him every now and again. But people don't hate Chris Eubank Jr. generally. Me personally, my point of view is he's his own man now. You know, daddy, English, senior, whatever you want to call him. Take that back seat. Do what, not as much as Nigel Benn does for his son, but it's his career to go and give him. Obviously, look, experience is unbelievable. You know you're a world champion for God knows how many years, but just take a sort of back step.
Do you not feel he has taken somewhat of a back step
since? Well, I don't know.
Since the when they had the draw and then he had the face off with Yildirim, that was. I think maybe he went home and he was like, that was probably a bit silly. Yeah. Stupid. Didn't he have a face off with Abraham as well? Yeah. So you probably don't need to be doing these. You're not fighting them. You're not fighting them.
Stop it.
But I think in the build up to this, he seemed to have taken a much more of a passenger seat on all of it.
Yeah. He still. He
wasn't at the press conference where it all kicked off. Junior was out alone.
Yeah. But even what happened on Twitter yesterday with Chris Eubank Jr. with Lenny Allen.
He left it on his own for many hours.
people are ready to really love him, I think.
Let me throw a scenario at you. Next year, when Joshua's Matchroom deal finishes and AJ Promotions comes into force, as we probably all think is probably going to happen now, why wouldn't he take Chris Eubank Jr.? Eddie Hearn said a long time ago that he was aiming to build Matchroom on the back of Joshua and Jr. After that White Joshua card, those two were ready to blow. If he could have teamed them two up and had a couple of big fights, imagine if you had a junior fight on like the Klitschko card, a meaningful fight.
Yeah, that'd have been a boom cornerstone for something.
Well, I mean, they're already talking about the. Again, it's all on the assumption that Groves wins, which we'll probably talk about the fight later. But they're talking about Eubank Groves or Groves Eubank. There's a stadium fight in January, which is like a massive risk, but I think it has to be.
It's going to be more than 20,000, isn't it?
Yeah.
The O2's not going to hold it.
And I think Sauerlands or Richard Schaefer, whoever's behind the World Boxing Super Series, they're going to want to recoup some of this money that they're giving out. So they're probably going to want to do a stadium fight.
Yeah.
Or at least one stadium fight. And realistically, it's only going to come from that side of the draw in the final. Where is the final venue?
It's at Wembley.
Wembley.
I don't know. I just heard them say last week after the Eubank fight is at Wembley, I just assumed they'd earmarked it for the stadium.
Nah.
See, the problem is...
Wembley Arena's going to be too smaller.
Yeah, but the problem is the only Wembley Stadium fight you could imagine even filling half of that is Groves Eubank in the whole tournament.
Yeah, and that won't be the final.
No, it won't be, but...
Who's the other side of the... Who's the other
Callum
side?
Smith should be coming through that. Really.
Yeah. It's Brandt against... Who's the guy who's come down from light heavy?
Oh, Bramer.
Yeah.
Bramer, yeah.
That's a shame.
I think Brandt could potentially be dangerous.
It's going to be Smith in...
Smith should be getting to the final.
He should
comfortably.
But we thought he should be blowing away. Is it Scotland?
Yeah.
Scotland, yeah.
See, again, not to go full fanboy head, but we didn't know Yildirim. I'll be honest, I'd never really heard of Scotland before.
No.
And Callum Smith made very, very hard work of that fight.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very hard work.
And they'll make excuses for everything. Oh, ring rust, hasn't been in, whatever. If you look bad, you look bad. No one's gonna build your hype if you look shit. And you look shit, which is why we're not talking about that side of the draw, and it's only about Eubank and Groves for us.
So Eubank put a lot of extra money in that pay-per-view purse with Groves or Cox, assuming it is Groves.
That side of the draw is the massive eye.
It's a shame that those two couldn't have started in opposite sides, but I suppose with Eubank joining at the very last minute.
Yeah, although he was
predefined.
number 3 seed, wasn't he? So I think 1 and 3 go on the same side, and then 2 and...
Should have had 1 and 2. Duh.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah, it's a shame because I think the final is going to be a bit of an anticlimax. I'm not really sold on Callum Smith at all. So,
well, I think after this
even
one,
as a pay-per-view event, do you know what I mean? At the time, if Eubank wins the whole tournament, he's just pay-per-view now for the rest of his career, isn't he?
Well, I think probably he's going to be anyway now.
Well, he has been for the last few fights.
Yeah.
But that just confirms it, and it's just, I think it's a step down. Eubank Groves to Eubank Smith or Groves Smith. I think that's a step down.
See, for all the talk of Eubank, there's been a lot of people. I think I can't think who's been saying it, but they reckon he's going to pull out before the Groves fight.
Yeah.
And I've been, I won't say arguing, but debating back. There would be no logical reason for that. And I know that people argue it's a Eubank, so there doesn't have to always be logic in it. But
and not the truth.
But it's pay-per-view, there's prize money, there's a world title belt, and the fight's winnable.
And it's bragging rights.
There was literally no reason for him to pull out of this. The Triple G one, maybe he could have argued it's a bit of a jump for me, it's a bit too much, without wanting to say that and lose face. But there's no reason whatsoever for him to pull out of this one. I, however, would not be surprised if he picked up the belt in this one and then didn't go to the final.
Really?
Well, what's on the other side? You've got the WBC Diamond belt, whatever it is that they've made up for this.
It's not the proper belt, is it? That Benavides or whatever his name is has got it.
So coming to the tournament,
De Gale's got the IBF. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of money on the line.
There is, but I mean, let's be honest.
The only thing that get him out of it is if he wins the WBA and De Gea wants to fight. But I don't know how. He's probably. I'm sure
That's
he's
exactly
gonna,
what I'm saying. If he wins that WBA belt,
I'd imagine he'll be breaching contracts and liable for all sorts of claims.
Yeah, I reckon.
you would imagine so.
I reckon if you don't fulfil your
Contractual obligations.
which is probably you winner, you go into the next round, win, you're in the final. There's no way he's gonna throw that all away, especially if it is quite a lucrative like run of money. Was
Well,
it
it's a
50
Eubank.
million?
50 million is the overall pot, I think.
Yeah,
Overall
that's
parts.
for all the fights, though,
That's
isn't it?
for
Across
both-
both divisions.
Both weight divisions, yeah.
So
But
you-
still,
But there's a lot of
half.
money in it. There's only not even 16 fights. It's how many fights will there be? About 12 fights or something.
There's 7 in each. Wait, so there's 14 fights.
So 50 million is that goes a fair way.
Yeah, cool.
And Senior said he's going to be a multi-millionaire by the end of this.
There you go. And like,
And that's in his own right. That's not just taking daddy's money. That's money he has earned in his career.
Yeah, that's fair play.
And I'll tell you who's fuming right now. Billy Joe Saunders.
Yeah, well, now it's got to a stage where why would Chris Eubank even want that fight?
Who's
The way they are at the minute.
he's been told he has to fight
David
Lemieux.
Lemieux.
Lemieux, which I think will be a decent fight.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Yeah, but yeah, it's for Chris Eubank now. It's do I need to go back down? Right, it's not down because he's a world title holder as well. But
I thought you meant to wait because
Yeah.
go away with that then.
no.
Because he said he wants to stay at middle and super middle. He
Yeah.
wants to fight the best at both.
Well, that's it.
But let's be honest,
He's
the best at middle. You don't need to go down to fight Triple G or Canelo right now. I know he'd say he wants to.
Okay, but this is the thing now. If Eubank wins the tournament, he's got unbelievable options. De Gea,
Yeah.
Triple
That's
G,
it. Stay in the
Canelo.
super mid now. There's no need for him necessarily to go back to
He only
middle.
needs to go
For
down
me,
if he's got
for
a mega
me,
fight.
it just reeks of he gets right close to that unifying everything, and then goes, "I'll throw these away and I'll go and fight Canelo."
Tommy Langford.
I dropped that.
And
Do you know
pull
what? I want to fulfill the British title.
Yeah, I want to defend that 3 times.
I want that Commonwealth title now.
Yeah.
But I actually brought this up to someone this week, and I'm sure I've done it already. I need to go back and find the pod where I said, this time in a year or 2 years, we could be looking at Chris Eubank being the unified champion of the world. And then I had a bit of a giggle. But I was like, but seriously, but why not?
We've said it about Groves as well. We've sort of said it. Wouldn't it be funny if Groves is the one who, after all the De Gea bullshit, is sort of he's the one who comes out with all the belts, and De Gea has to sort of come to him.
Which
One way or the other,
is-
De Gea, unfortunately for De Gea, whoever wins this tournament's going to hold all the cards.
And they'd have beaten the better caliber
Yeah.
fighters.
And meanwhile, De Gea's got no one of that caliber to fight as a warm-up fight.
As a warm-up fight, and then
All he can fight is the people who lose, who drop out the tournament.
And he's going to need a tune-up fight, let's be honest. He's not going to come back from major surgery and go straight in against someone that's dropped out of the tournament.
And he's also going to want. He's not going to want just a punch bag. He's going to want to have a semi-serious.
He's going to have to as well, because we've said it before about De Gea. When he goes into those fights, they turn into wars.
Yeah.
And he doesn't come out looking very
fresh,
good.
no teeth.
Well, this is the problem I see for De Gea if he fights Eubank, because his best chance of winning is boxing, but he just doesn't seem to do it. He does it for a few rounds.
He can't do it for a sustained time.
Yeah.
In his head, he thinks he wins rounds comfortably or whatever.
Yeah.
And in my point, you sort of just punch more, do this more, you're not winning.
Just concentrate more.
Yeah. When he boxes, I've got no problem with his ability and his actual skills. He's quality. It's just the fact that he just switches off for 3 or 4 rounds, and you think, no, this is tight. Yeah.
See, this is Eubank's got this over most fighters, where even in the Billy Joe Saunders fight, it was him at the end. It wasn't like Eubank after the fight said, "I thought I won."
Yeah.
But if he really thought that, he wouldn't be fighting like he was for the last sort of 3-4 rounds.
Exactly. He knew he'd messed up,
but at least he did it.
Didn't do anything.
Do you know what I mean? De Gea might have just
coasted
through and said, "Oh, I thought I won."
Yeah.
So Eubank's never going to switch off. He's going to win them close rounds just through work rate.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, when you get to, it's a really simple thing to look at. Unfortunately, people don't judge it like this, but can you imagine what De Gea would look like at the end of 12 rounds with Eubank?
Yeah, well,
because
that's
he
it.
marks up so
And
so
Eubank
much.
would have thrown hefty amount of foot.
Did you see the punch stats for Eubank after that fight?
No.
It's unreal. So in like the 3 rounds, he's thrown something like 300 something punches. He'd only landed like a handful, but it's just unreal the amount of shots he can throw, and just
it's not normal for that weight class sort of.
No, as you go down weights, you expect to see lots and lots of shots, but unless we never know. I mean, Senior said that we could see Junior moving up weights again at some point. I mean, I would imagine. What is he? He's about 27.
He could. That's the thing. Like he looks like a very lean super middle.
Well, I think that's where everyone's questioning him now, aren't they? They're saying he's not a super mid.
Mm. Well, I mean, I think Groves said it. He said if you can fight a middleweight and super middleweight, you're just a middleweight.
Yeah.
Mm.
Which I get, but I just think that
it's just going to be what happens when he takes some heavy shots from a proper super middleweight.
Mm.
If he can take them, then he'll probably beat him. Probably.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, we've seen him in quite a few fights. I was talking about it today actually. The Spike O'Sullivan fight. Now he took a couple of hefty shots in that. I think he got his nose broken in one of them, and he's got a hell of a chin on him.
Mm.
He doesn't take a step back. He doesn't get phased. He doesn't have a break.
I thought in that
He
fight,
doesn't put his glove off and go, no, and then wave it off himself.
Yeah, turns his back.
OD.
Mm. Yeah, let's not say his name, but that was probably the only fight that I've seen him blowing, and I wasn't sure if that was because he'd thrown so many punches and Sullivan had taken them, or the fact that he was not troubled, but the fact that he was caught quite flush with a few good shots, and that the fact it was, well, his nose was obviously broken, so he had to blow out of his mouth, but it was the first time I actually thought, ooh, maybe he's not got the engine I thought he had. But the next however many fights, he hasn't. Like the Abraham fight, he could have gone for another 5 rounds.
And I think that's what it is. Like, when people say, they say I spar, I do 15-round spars 3 times a day or whatever, and you think, you're not. I think he does.
Yeah.
And he has a different person in every round. Like, he works to the core.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
Mm-hmm.
You see him on those pads on the wall. I think Editing King put up a video this week and it was like,
the volume of punches.
was it like 90 punches or something in 11 seconds, and you just let him go for it. It's just unreal. Like Sean said, you just at that weight, people don't do that.
Yeah.
They don't. At that weight, they're starting to set their feet. They're starting to throw some bigger shots and catch people. They're a bit slick. But I mean, it's no secret I'm a massive fan. But I think after last week, I think he'll have more fans. And as we said before we started recording, I think the Lily Allen thing will give him a lot more fans as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it'll show his humour side, like banter, like that. After seeing that, I was actually quite surprised that he replied that. Lily, it's a bit of banter, love. Like, shut the fuck up.
But he says some really stupid things, but we see that all the time.
Yeah.
But I don't think anyone runs his Twitter either.
No.
Which we see from a lot of people.
He doesn't. He's not on Twitter. That's the one social media he's probably not that active on. I imagine he does that himself.
He's a Snapchatter.
Yeah. No, I just think you've got to give him credit. It's a perfect start, and
he's put a
for me, he's
massive
the favourite in the tournament now, personally. But
yeah, he's put his marker out there.
He's done what Callum Smith should have done.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, if you're gonna, because let's be honest, a year ago, would you have been saying Smith's probably the number one here?
I wouldn't.
No,
I wouldn't.
Well, maybe not so much.
Yeah, I wouldn't have.
But an active Smith after the Rocky Fielding fight, you're looking at him to have, like, I was looking to him to have, maybe if he hadn't got injured with his shoulder or whatever it was, I would have expected him to be already a world champion by now. It hasn't obviously gone that way, and he's been inactive. And
but the fact you're saying on the back of the Rocky Fielding fight,
no, but that was he was
that
was the pinnacle of the domestic scene. That was like better than Mersey, whatever you want to say. That was then his stepping stone to say, right, I'm better than all these guys over here. Here's me coming up to world level now.
Yep.
And that's what I thought, champion. But obviously it hasn't happened, and now it's more of a
They just really messed up his timings. He was waiting for 2 years for a fight and then decided to not have that fight.
Yeah. Well, that was it.
It's ludicrous.
It's the sort of thing that Eddie Hearn would criticise the Eubanks for doing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or he criticised anyone. I mean, we've all watched the IFL interviews where he'd be having a go at Warren and his fighters, or like I said, particularly the Eubanks. They're not happy about the way that they do things, but that's exactly what they've done with Callum Smith.
Mm-hmm.
They kept him on a back burner, fighting on bullshit cards,
fighting nobodies as well, like
and looking
nobodies.
awful in the process.
Yeah,
looking awful.
And I get the point of, you know, you got to get up for these fights. You know, you can't, if you're at that sort of level where you think, I should be fighting for a world title, and then you got to fight Barry from fucking God knows where, who's never had a winning record or winning.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. If Callum Smith wins the whole tournament, it's taken a rival promoter
to do what
for him to do that. So I mean, Eddie Hearn will probably take credit for this tournament some way.
Because
my golden smile.
He's provided a fighter. Who
Well,
went out in
and
the first round.
Jamie Cox as well. He's all got 2 fights in it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. He's provided 2 fighters.
Yeah, so he's
And he was-
responsible for at least a quarter of the tournament.
Where's
So he's
that
taking 25% of the credit.
Yeah, I was about
straight
to
away.
say he was already in. Fucking hell. Yeah, it's just madness. But yeah, what do you say? So, what would you say then for the final? Are you going to say Smith Eubank? Smith Eubank?
I'm gonna say Smith Eubank, but I think Smith might struggle against Brand.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I will say that. Yeah, I'll say Eubank, Smith, and Eubank. For the same reasons, I think he'll probably beat Groves. I think he'll beat Smith as well.
I think I'm going to throw it out there. I think Eubank's going to stop Groves.
Wow. I didn't even have to say it myself.
I think he's going to stop Groves, and I think
You're looking late stoppage.
I don't think he stops Smith, but I think he just batters him.
See, I think Smith can be stopped.
Yeah, I do too.
I
I think he can be put down and hurt.
He's just, for me, he's just too tall.
Well, he's very big. He's just a big bloke.
He's
probably too big
yeah.
for the weight.
Probably is.
And
yeah.
eventually he will be well.
Yeah.
Well, let's be honest.
I just think he's too tall for Eubank's uppercut to actually hurt. Because by the time you get up to 6'2", whatever it is,
You've got to jump up.
you're sort of
that.
out
You've
of
obviously
reach
never
of your
played
power.
Street Fighter. You're not familiar with how this works.
It's not Dow Sim, mate. Eubank Groves, I think Groves is just suited for him. If he gets in close, I think he's just going to destroy his body and then smash him with some uppercuts. I can't see Groves staying away from him for too long.
But the problem is that we saw it in the Frotch first fight before the stoppage. When Groves does get hurt,
He stands still.
but he starts throwing.
It's
Yeah.
like Amir Khan.
He
goes
start
down.
throwing, and he has got more
Yeah, but
probably one punch power than Eubank.
Who are you going to back for accuracy? Groves or Eubank in a toe-to-toe?
See, I would, if we're talking jabs,
Yeah,
I'd go Groves all
Groves.
day. But if
Yeah.
we're talking as we're both swinging, I'm going Eubank.
Yeah. I just think he's naturally, his whole thing is...
but that's the only
The
way I
body
can
shot.
see him getting stopped. Do you know what I mean?
He's going for it.
That'd be amazing if that's how a fight ends. Either way, if they're just both
You'd love to
swinging.
know, yeah.
But I think it will get to that stage
That'd
at
be
some
the dream.
point, because I think Groves he'll come under pressure through work rate and
He done it in the Chudinov fight.
Yeah.
When Chudinov actually moved forward, when he weren't getting beaten up, because that's what he did, he beat Chudinov up. But when he weren't getting beaten up and he actually threw, Groves just stood there and threw down with him. I can't see him surviving not surviving, but I can't see him doing that every round if that happens every round.
yeah.
And that's why I say stoppage for Eubank.
Okay, but do you think that Eubank is tougher than Chudinov?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think
we've seen enough of Eubank to say that he's
Chudinov.
tougher.
I thought Chudinov
Chudinov
stood
took
there
a-
for about 2
Chudinov
minutes just
took a-
taking punches in the
yeah.
face.
Chudinov took a hell of a lot of punches, but Eubank's not going to take those punches simply because he's not going to get hit. As I'm saying, Chudinov tried to walk through Groves and got his face pummeled.
Mm.
Yeah.
Eubank's not going to walk him in that way. He'll tire him out, maybe walking around the ring a little, try and set him up, but he ain't gonna be getting. He ain't gonna be using his face to stop Groves' fist, is he? Let's be honest.
No, he's not. On a slightly unrelated subject, but still slightly related.
Boxing.
It's always going to be boxing. Dan Raphael. Did you see his tweet after the stoppage?
No.
So he basically said that the referee got in too early and that Yildirim was going to get up and that he stopped him.
Mate, did you see?
I think he was out. I think he was out, wasn't he? But I think him hitting the canvas woke him up.
Yeah, he was out on the way down.
Mate, his head. If you're knocked down and you can't control the top half when you're dropping,
if your head bangs on the canvas,
you're
got
out.
problems, yeah.
You're in. Yeah, because that for one, look at. Now, this isn't related to boxing, but Joe Allen against Ireland. It wasn't Mailer's or hip that knocked him out. It was the fact that he smashed his head on the thing. Now you put Joe Allen in the boxing ring after he's just smashed his head like that. Nothing good's going to come from it. The fact that the geezer tried getting up and didn't have a clue where he was, that whole tweet is just bollocks.
Well, I said it at the time. They put him in his corner on his stool, and he stayed there for about 10 minutes.
Yeah,
and he didn't move.
He had no idea what was going on. Like his eyes, it's like watching a rabbit in the headlights. His whole eyes just were up. He didn't know where.
I think sometimes, and maybe this is where Dan Raphael is coming from. When you're watching it, like when I was watching it the first time I saw it, I thought, bloody hell, because I had no volume as well where I was watching it. I was like, what's happened here? Because it wasn't clear that how bad.
It was bad. It was a good set.
So if you've just watched it once and then turned off and done a tweet, I can kind of understand that. But when you see the replay, I think it's fairly obvious. The referee's obviously right there, so that's why he's done it.
Well, you can see it, you can hear it.
The one fantastic thing that the Sauerlands have got with this WBSS is the amount of coverage they've actually got of it. So they've got all the different cameras, and they've got the ref cam now, so you can see not exactly what he sees because it's on his chest, and it's amazing when they're right up close and you can see these guys slugging it out, and you're just like.
Did you see the stuff that came out today?
The behind the scenes of the Eubank one
in the ring afterwards.
Yeah.
Collie in it.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, I think we did retweet it. The Sauerlands and the WBSS Twitter account. They just put out some. How would you describe it? It's just some footage from the ring.
It's kind of like audio that's captured. I don't know how they've captured the audio. Just sort of the conversations that are going on in the ring straight after the fight. And I think it was. I want to say like the WBC guy is Maritza Suleiman, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know what he was doing there because the belt wasn't on the line, but that's who it looked like, talking to Yildirim's trainer, sort of saying, you need to be a bit more professional, don't let yourself down, go and congratulate the Eubanks and all that. So he's gone over and congratulated them. And then there was some chat between senior and junior, wasn't there, afterwards? Yeah. Some waffle, but
it's a nice bit of insight to what goes on. It's not all just a handshake quickly and then everyone goes their own way.
That's fair play.
Alright, so there was other boxing at the weekend.
Did
you watch it?
I did. I thought it was a good fight.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't watch it.
No,
and I felt quite bad.
I didn't either. I'm just not interested. I just think they're both over the hill. I think they're both finished.
Yeah, there was nothing.
I want Flanagan to come and bat a Crawler now.
It's going to happen, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's going to.
Flanagan said that he doesn't want it now. He's not interested. He just wants unifications.
The thing is, Eddie Hearn gives the game away. He did it when Crawler was coming back against. Who was it? Who was his fight when he came back? When he fought him twice. We've done this. We've forgotten his name.
Not Barossa.
Barossa.
No, it wasn't Barossa. The one before.
So.
You know the guy I mean.
Come on, Dave.
Solis?
No.
It's the geezer that Campbell then went and beat up.
Yeah.
The big punch in.
Anyway.
Samosa.
That's the guy, yeah. It's the big punch in Samosa, that's the guy.
Someone has to find that out now.
So,
yeah.
When Eddie Hearn did that, he goes, look, I want it to be at Manchester Arena. I want to put on a shit undercard because I want Andy Crawler to get a load of money. And now it just feels like, right, well, Terry Flanagan, I know he's the champion, but he's not getting most of the money because Anthony Crawler brings all the fans, so he needs to get most of the money. And it's like, this is Anthony Crawler's last fight because I think Flanagan beats him pretty easily.
Yeah.
And I want it to happen so that we can just get over this Crawler, because I don't really rate Crawler.
I
think he's British level, and I think he got beaten twice by someone who's very good.
I said it with Crawler, it's because of the story.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the fact of that, and I'm not taking it away because it is a wonderful story.
He won the world title, and that was it.
But if you take away the story, I don't think people care. In the nicest possible way.
Well, no, like He beat Barroso, but we were led to believe that Barroso was like some monster, and was he?
No. I had a storm. You just let him punch
You just
himself
had
out.
to, you
push
just
him
had
over.
to survive, and they did. That was their game plan. It worked. Bosh, trainer of the year. You know what I mean?
He had it.
Darlis Perez, that was
Perez.
Perez, Samosa.
I don't know why. That's about the second or third time we've forgotten his name.
Yeah. But
So yeah, I'm not interested in Ricky Burns either. I think he's
No,
great
but
what he's done. Like we
he's
always joked about the three-weight world champion.
champion.
He's not one of the best of all time. So,
no,
but Eddie Hearn, even though he said like I think before the fight he was saying if Crawler wins, I think it's the end for Ricky Burns. But if Burns wins, we'll see about Crawler. And now Crawler's won, and he's saying yeah, but Burns put up enough in that fight to say he's still got some left in
He
the
didn't
tank.
though.
mate.
I watched the highlights afterwards, and I saw what everyone was saying on Twitter. It wasn't.
No.
Was
It was a close fight, but it was a close fight because there wasn't much in it. Like
Really?
no, as in not.
Hold on, slow down for Dave.
No, that sounded terrible. Thanks. As in the
Sorry,
quality
not
of
finished
boxing. Shut up. The quality of boxing weren't great,
No.
right? So you're not watching, and either of them dominate.
That's a British title fight for me.
It is, isn't it?
It was, and it's sad to say it because you know they're obviously both coming off of losses. You know that is it for Burns. There's no point. There was because it was quite a close fight. They were saying, you know, this could warrant a rematch.
Yeah, well, that's what they'll
Why?
do. That's
And
what
there
they'll
will
do.
be
They'll
one.
do it in Scotland.
They'll do one.
They
And
probably
It's
will.
an extra
But I'll tell
payday.
you why.
And
It's
they'll both get
because
paid again.
they need Burns' team. They need that Josh Taylor fight now.
Yeah.
So they need him to come off the back of a win.
Yeah, but if he wins that, then they'll have the trilogy fight.
They
Wembley
can't
Stadium.
do that.
Wembley Stadium
AJ on the undercard.
again because he was on Crawler's undercard when he was
Yeah.
up and coming.
Yeah, I was just joking. I don't think it's going to happen.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah, I can. That is the sort of shit that they Matchroom pull.
Yeah.
I just think I wouldn't have cared, and I don't think it makes any difference.
It was-
That win for Crawler for me does nothing for him.
It was an okay.
It's just a filler fight.
Yeah,
That shouldn't have even been top of a bill.
to be honest with you, I thought Burns was going to win, but
I thought, for me, I didn't have it Crawler as I had it very close. I didn't have it 3 or 4 rounds Crawler though. I had it maybe a draw or 1 round, and that, you know, it's like we said before. If it's that close, it could be given either way.
Could be 12-0 or win.
yeah,
And yeah, but it was an alright fight. Like it was a good finish. You know, fair play to the pair of them. They didn't hold anything back. It wasn't like they were just being 2 nice guys, which they both are. They actually went in there and they actually had an alright fight. It just wasn't the fight I think Eddie Hearn was expecting it to be. Maybe.
I think that's
Aren't they
exactly what was
aren't
expected.
they just the same? Like, isn't
They were both-
isn't
they're
Andy
both-
Crawler just like an English version of Ricky Burns? Like,
No, 'cause
stick
Ricky-
your hands up and
Yeah, but Ricky Burns, like when they're both doing it, who's then the attack? Like, do you know what I mean? If they're both very defensive fighters that take a lot of punishment, and the first 6 rounds, to be honest, was dull. It wasn't until the second.
because they're both like this.
Yeah, well, that's it, it's like,
Just like,
Can you see me? Yeah.
probably
You
got
see
cramp
me?
in their arms.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't until like the last 4 rounds I thought if they only put this much effort into the first 4, this could have been a very good fight. But you know, Burns, I don't think goes from here. Crawler, what does he do now?
Campbell. I said it
it's
before the
Luke
fight.
Campbell.
It's just a Luke Campbell
Sooner or
fight now.
later.
Campbell then destroys him.
Well, yeah, but I think Campbell would have destroyed him 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think it's about time Eddie Hearn just sort of gives Campbell one of these names,
Demolishes him.
but he doesn't want to because that's then
It's
the
gonna
whole
be-
Manchester
That's a whole
Stable,
night
yeah.
out. That's a whole
the
night out.
Manchester thing
And he
has
hasn't got
gone
much
from
left.
Matchroom.
And they love that, the MEN.
Yeah, true.
Is it called the MEN still?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
There was also some other boxing on Channel 5 and Spike.
Mm-hmm.
I sat down and watched that
Did you?
because our guy Luke Watkins was on it.
Mm-hmm.
Very entertaining fight.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't see it.
So, what was the guy's name? It was, I tweeted it, so Dupree.
Yeah.
Game fighter. Came forward. He's actually a boxing, I think he's a boxing tutor or a boxing trainer he was called. But it was very specific. I'm sure it was a tutor, they said. So he does like 1-to-1 with people. So he knew the basics very, very well. Good footwork, good tight guard, decent jab. And I was surprised it took Watkins as long as it did to work him out. But I think in the end, the power and the fitness, it showed through. And then I was quite upset with the ref. I felt the stoppage was a bit slow.
Slow.
Yeah.
Right.
It's one of those ones again where you see someone get hit, the head goes back, the eyes go up, and they take a few more steps and then a few more shots, and then the ref stops it, and you think, "Come on, guy!" And it was before, and that was like after a bit of a barrage where he could have probably even stopped it then.
Yeah.
And again, it's difficult to gauge because sometimes you're a bit tied in. Like we've spoken about Luke quite a few times, so we always watch him, and you think, am I being a bit biased? Should he have stopped it earlier or not? But I definitely think it was a bit of a poor stoppage. But so he's now I think he relinquished his Irish title, and he is now Commonwealth champion after that.
Right.
And onwards and upwards.
Yeah. Very much so.
Play. And what's he fight under? Duke.
Luke the Duke Watkins.
Luke the Duke Watkins.
And he is at cruiserweight right now.
Mm.
But they said that he I think they're possibly looking at bringing him down a weight to light heavy, which is maybe a bit crazy right now, when you think there is some there's a big name down there.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe that's the aim.
Yeah.
Fair play. Well, the cruiserweights are looking pretty decent.
I'll be honest, if I was a cruiserweight right now, I'd be like, who's top of that tree?
Yeah.
I'll wait.
Yeah.
I'll leave it till he goes heavy.
I'll wait till Belgium's retired.
Yeah. Oh god.
So I'm liking this. So now, doing this on a weekly basis, we can be quite specific with what we talk about without having to think too far. It's going to pass too far into the future.
What's coming up in the next 13 days?
True.
So it's this weekend. It's
Groves this weekend. Groves Cox.
Groves Cox.
I will be there.
Yeah.
But I'm not taking anything. I'm not taking any microphones.
I thought you meant
recorders.
drugs or anything like that. I'm not taking anything.
It's not a matchroom show.
It's not a matchroom show.
I don't need to.
It'll be there, won't it?
Yeah, it's fine.
You can pick up some scraps.
So I'm going to go and do no media work.
Just enjoy that they fight.
Yeah, probably because I didn't get any media accreditation for it. But so yeah, I'm going to just go and enjoy some boxing for a change.
And what are we saying at Groves? By the sounds of it, we're talking about Groves Eubank. So
I think a Groves stoppage will come. And I said my worry is that it's going to be very early because
just size difference.
Because the undercard is piss poor.
Yeah.
And it would just be my luck that I'll go and I'll be like, great, I really know it's going to have a big night of boxing.
Yeah.
And it'll be over within like 4 minutes. Which I don't necessarily think it is, because we know that Groves doesn't tend to start the quickest, with the exception of the Froch fight. He likes to feel his way into fights now, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He'll get the jab working. It'll be like with a Tudor fight. He will take his time to get into the fight. So I'm hoping we get more than 6 rounds or so. That's my wish.
Okay.
What about yourself?
I don't know.
Well, that's useful. Sean, what do you think?
I think Groves stoppage, but I think it might take a bit longer. I think this. I just think Groves has got something to lose now. I don't think he's going to go all out, and I think it could be 7 or 8 rounds if it's going to happen.
I don't see a stoppage.
You don't?
Points.
Yeah.
Based on what? How can you say that?
Just because I haven't seen enough of Cox.
Well, that's
well, so you're just assuming he's really good.
Well, he's got a good record.
Look at his record, and
Hearns
a lot of that was
come after him.
Yeah.
He doesn't want shit fighters.
True. Yeah, you're right. Hearns said he was good.
Sold.
And he sold me the dream.
Sold.
He has sold me so many. There's
The thing that cracks me up, I watched a bit of Eddie Hearns' interview today, and he's saying a lot of people inside the game will not be surprised if Cox wins. And I think that's what people say when
they're talking shit.
When it's going to be a surprise, because no one knows who these people inside the game are. You can't go back and say, well, who are they?
Yeah.
Because the people I've seen have all said that Groves are going to win. And I'm not really seeing that many people saying Cox are going to win, so obviously... But I'm not in contact with the people inside the game.
No, you're not.
That's the thing. Only Eddie's got their contact details, so... I think it's going to be Groves.
Got their Twitters as well, to be fair. So. It's probably him saying it.
Probably is it him and Barry.
Saying it on someone else's Twitter account. Cox is going to win this one.
Just him, Barry, and what's his Frank Smith. And it's probably Jamie Cox as well, and his trainer.
You reckon Jamie Cox has got access to his own Twitter? Not if he's Matchroom, mate.
No, probably not.
Yeah, they've probably got a whole like correspondence.
There's a little work
thing.
experience boy
Yeah.
working in the Matchroom offices, managing
True.
all of those.
I'm completely off the subject. I'm just quite astonished. Next Sunday, must be World Super Welterweight title night because WBC, IBF, and WBA.
Oh,
titles
in America, you mean the?
are all on the same card. All
Oh,
three.
is that card, is it?
Herd and
It's
Mate.
it's going to be an amazing night of boxing.
Charlo Lubin.
Yep.
Herd Trout.
what channel is it on?
Sky.
Oh, okay.
Lara Gausha. And then Amner Mares, Leo Santa Cruz, Avalos. That's an unbelievable card.
It is. It is an absolutely astonishing card. And I was reading something today or yesterday on Twitter, and they're really hoping it's going to be the start of things again because it's kind of boxing's really kind of died down a bit in America after the whole Floyd and Canelo stuff.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see that again. Going off subject with Matchroom, Lou DiBella's been caning Eddie Hearn this week a bit, hasn't he? Sort of saying he's got no chance of bringing boxing, that big time boxing, to New York in terms of selling out places like he does over here. In a way, I kind of hope he flops, but
it would be good if
it would be
didn't.
good. It would be good if he can do it. I mean,
And
because
there's
he
no
the
reason that
yeah.
he couldn't.
Yeah, I mean, he's good at what he does. If he can get people who don't go,
Right.
I don't know who the people are in America. I don't know whether it's people who go to
Yeah, but
basketball or
Yeah.
I don't know who he's going to get like the equivalent of a football fan over here.
mate, it doesn't matter. Being in America and witnessing it, it does not matter. If he gets a little hype train going,
That's it. He just needs to find the narrative.
loads of
doesn't
people will be interested.
Just find the right narrative,
That's it.
and he'll be
Sell him
on
a
his way.
story. This is a bit harsh, but Luke Campbell has a story. You know,
Yeah, but what Lou DiBella was saying is like New Yorkers aren't going to be impressed by some sort of like privately educated English guy who's had
No,
a
they're
privileged
not.
upbringing. But that's Eddie
but
Hearn.
Luke Campbell isn't. They'll put him. He has a backstory. He has you know, the Hollywood story that you could use. Father passed away before his big shot. He's had his ups. He's had his downs. You know, he's done this. He's done that. He's also a very good fighter.
Come to the Barclays Centre and watch him fight Anthony Crolla.
I actually think I think
Tasty
Luke Campbell
woman.
will bomb massively in
Yeah.
the States.
You reckon?
He looks very nice, but I think he's boring as anything.
I think that was just me putting out a name.
Yeah, I know. And you just had to
Had
to
to pick up the
pluck that
nicest guy in boxing, but
I mean, just be prepared because
Harry
if it's all
Davis,
going wrong.
they love a bad guy. It's a shit name to put out there.
They love a bad. Is O'Hara Davis a bad guy now?
Alright. No, he's
Less
just very
like
bad. He's a
that.
very bad.
Yeah, he's a bad guy.
He's a bad
Can we just
guy.
turn Dave's mic off? Because we should have a sin bin.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Crystal May's kind of locking. If you talk
That's
some shit,
deep.
you're locked in.
That is deep.
That was awful, Dave. Oh, come on now.
OD.
What I hope it does do is I hope it, and it's like I don't particularly like Sky boxing and all that in terms of the way it's set up, but
Yep.
I would like it if they showed a lot more of the international stuff. I know it's more competitive to get it, but I think Eddie Hearn promised to put on X amount of shows this year, and
He's now nicking them from America.
well, this is the thing. He's I don't know what his obligation was, whether it's 15 or something like that, and he's going to do about 11 or something like that.
Yeah.
That's poor.
But we said it
And
before.
some of them, and too many of them are pay per view.
Well, this is what we said before.
This
The
whole
problem he's
weekend
got
is
now.
Next gen.
I told you the problem that
Free
we've
spotlight.
got with Matchroom and Sky now is that any boxing that is on, if it's worth watching, is pay per view.
Yeah.
And I don't mean it in a harsh way. If it's got a fight that's even got a remotely large amount of interest in it, that's a bit of an oxymoron, remotely large. But if it's got public interest, it's pay per view. It doesn't matter now.
They'll earn more money
yeah.
even if it's a shit viewing numbers than if it was just obviously.
Yeah.
So they don't give a shit anymore.
I put on Twitter earlier that just going back through AJ's last few fights, like Brazil, how's that pay per view? Like they tried to do that thing with the whole microphone catching them having a row outside. That was
bullshit,
so fake. Melina, how's that pay per view? We sort of went back and said Melina had lost to Wilder, he lost to Areola. He'd had a few good wins, and I think he
And
had
was it Areola knocked him out in the first round?
Yeah, but I think that was a while before that, though, wasn't it? I think. But he'd just come off a win against Adamek, but he'd lost to Wilder as well, and he'd lost to Ariola at some stage. Klitschko had been out of the ring for 18 months. He's 40 odd, 41, and had lost to Fury. But I think that's a
schooled by Fury as well.
I think that's a genuine pay-per-view fight, though.
Yeah,
he can't. He doesn't become.
In the last few years, that's it.
And now we've got
you can have the white one and the Klitschko. I think that's it.
Yeah. Pulev, he's beaten Chisora, and his last win was a points decision against Kevin Johnson,
who AJ absolutely
and he got
destroyed
knocked out by Klitschko.
Bars, baby.
Yeah. So it's like,
do you remember?
Yeah, that's brilliant. But that is pay-per-view now. Someone who just beat Kevin Johnson against Joshua.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. But I said if any fight on
the problem is
you
say this to most of the people who are going to buy that pay-per-view and attend the event, and you say, yeah, but Pulev has just beat on points as well. It wasn't like he didn't knock him out. I know Kevin Johnson doesn't get stopped.
Well, unless AJ does it.
True.
But if you say, yeah, but Pulev has only just beaten, they'll say, well, who's Kevin Johnson?
Exactly,
Kevin Johnson sounds like a really good fighter to me.
Is he American? Yeah. Is he heavyweight? Yeah. All right.
That must be a really good win then.
Take my money and my socks.
I kind of want Joshua to go and fight abroad. For these people to have to spend like quite a lot of money to go to a Joshua fight, like maybe like a 1,500, $2,000 to go and watch
I
a
said
Joshua
it to you
fight.
before. If he fought on the moon, the Matchroom Brigade would find a way to get there.
Yeah.
It sounds ridiculous, but they would find a way to get
5 shuttle runs a week.
But in a way, I kind of want him to go to America, have a fight against a Miller, someone he's going to win, and he's going to win pretty comfortably, I would have thought.
Yep.
And I want these fans to experience what, like us, have
what
gone
boxing
through.
fans see.
Yeah, like, okay, I'll go and pay £100 to watch Joshua if I can get a really good seat. I'm not going to go and pay £300 to go and watch Joshua. These people will pay £300, but will they go and pay $1,500, $2,000 to go and watch him knock someone over?
Yeah.
And that might make them change their mind a little bit and put things into perspective. If it carries on, I can't see how.
But this is what we said. Like, I've got quite a few people I know who actually go into the Pulev fight.
Yeah.
And as soon as it said, "Oh, he's going to fight," it's in Cardiff, it's at the stadium, and it wasn't even a question of are we going. It was, oh, when did the tickets come out? And it's like, hey, nah. I think I was with Dwight at the time when someone went, "Oh, do you want to go to it?" We were like, "Fuck no." I'll just watch a rerun of the Molina fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll save myself £200. I train, a fight in Cardiff.
Yeah.
Just don't see the point in it now. I'd love to go see AJ fight again, but I'm going to wait until it's actually worth it. And I don't think we're going to see that for a good while now.
See, now, what would you rather watch? A Mayweather-McGregor or AJ against Molina, AJ against Pulev? What's more pay-per-view? What's more pay-per-view?
I would say the Mayweather-McGregor thing, just because of the unknown. Anything could happen. It could be disqualification. He could
It'd be more
drop kick him in the face.
That would be the only
What's
reason.
more pay-per-view worthy?
What is it? Everyone's going to say the Mayweather.
Simply because, for me,
it's the two biggest fighters in the world.
The two biggest names.
Yeah.
And just with AJ, now you know what the script is. We know what it's going to be.
Unless he gets in the ring with a Wilder. Is there anyone else?
So here's a question for you then. So with the Molina fight, for example, do you not think that he could have finished that in the first round if he really wanted to?
Yep.
I actually think he's looking at these guys now and he's like, I'm going to stretch this out for 2 or 3 rounds because otherwise I'm going to get some stick. Eddie's going to get some stick.
I need to build something up.
I want to get some work in. I want to get the rounds in.
Yeah.
I don't want to do 40 minutes of cool down for a 3-minute fight.
Yeah.
But this is the script now. He can go out there and he can lay these guys out.
I can't get people. Cardiff will be the start of it if he goes and knocks him out in round 1. There will be people driving back up the M4 pissed off that they bothered.
No, but that's what
half of them might not bother going to the next AJ fight.
But no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking. You're right. He's going to drag it out.
He's got to now.
He's got to. That's what.
He absolutely
can't
has
risk
to.
that happening.
There's only so many times I can watch Katie Taylor beat up someone. Watch AJ beat someone up.
Yeah.
Don't you want to see Buatsi dominate the division though?
Isn't he already?
He's causing problems for everyone.
He's causing problems.
Buatsi the problem. Or the problem Buatsi.
Talking about not really talking about.
was that not good?
I've just tried to link and it's not a link in any sense. about the Sims train. Like obviously AJ's now on McCracken, but he was
Yeah.
also. Did you see the Alex Arthur interview this week?
No.
He was talking about the Ricky Burns situation. He was sort of saying Ricky Burns should have stayed with Billy Nelson, and he said he said, to be honest with you, I just think the training team he's got around him now is just not. He sort of politely just said not that great. There's that fucking hell. Up until about 2 fights ago, this guy was training Joshua.
Yeah. Or was he?
I don't know.
He was on paper.
It just seems like the whole Sky Matchroom, the Olympic team, the trainers, everything's the same. It's just the same formula.
It's just all geared towards AJ's pay-per-views.
Yeah. Yeah.
We love it, but everything is a funnel into his next fight.
And it's just like every time one's coming up, and it's only a couple of weeks ago, isn't it? Yeah. We have the same conversation.
Right, so we'll say the heavyweights because I wanted to talk about something quickly, but we'll talk about it next week anyway.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because we've got the October 20th card next Friday.
Yep.
Headlined Joe Joyce, Ian Lewison.
Yep.
And I went out to sit with Ian Lewison today.
And
I
just sat with him.
Pardon?
Just sat there with him.
Yeah, I was saying to David, right, this is like, you know, when you get, hopefully we have a good long boxing career between us if we ever actually get started, and this will be one of my nice anecdotes. So got to the gym and I walked in, said hello to Don Charles, shook hands, etc. Says, oh, do you know where Ian is? He's downstairs getting a massage. Alright? He goes, yeah, just sit on the sofa over there, he'll come up in a minute. I was like, no problem. So I'm sitting down, just waiting. And then another guy comes out, one of the guys that works in the gym, and he's like, oh, yeah, just come downstairs, Ian, we'll see you straight away. I was like, brilliant, grabbed all the mics, grabbed the cameras, went downstairs. He stuck his head in the door and he's like, Ian, Michael from Beyond the Ropes here. He's like, oh yeah, great, just send him in. So I walk in, and he's literally getting a massage. He's on the table, towel over his waist, and he's got the lovely masseuse, this lady Emma.
I don't know, was it Lovely Masseur? Is that a bloke, isn't it? It's a lovely bloke.
Yeah. No.
Some geezer rubbing his legs.
But
Is that how you did the interview?
no, it was really. It
been
was
so good.
It was. I was really.
Could have just got. He should have just stripped off, laid down next to him, and gone. When it's done.
Massaging.
Have you ever felt so uncomfortable? Because I walked in and he was like, oh, so what did you want to do today? And I goes, oh, because we'd spoken before, we said we were going to do some videos of him training, and then we'd do our sit-down interview afterwards. But he'd had to change his training schedule around today and train at 3 instead of 5 o'clock. So he'd already done his training. So he's like, yeah, just come in, we'll just have a chat while I'm doing this. And I was like, all right. But he's getting a deep tissue massage. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever had one of them before. These are the ones that hurt.
Yeah,
so like,
yeah.
You shout, you scream, you swear.
Right.
So I'm sitting there and he's like, oh, so how you been? And I'm like, I'm good. And then he's like, ah, fuck. And I'm just like, uh-huh. He's like, do you want to take some pictures? Like, you good, you know? No.
In case this gets
I'm
lost,
sitting
I've
there,
just got pictures
and I was
of
like,
us
I
naked
don't
man.
know, what am I going to take? And the lady was like, oh, I'm really sorry. If I'd have known I was going to be on camera, I would have like made myself presentable. And I was like, no, don't worry about it. It's fine. And she's like elbow deep into him, like in his thighs. And man alive, the profanity.
Really?
I was scared. Like, you've seen it. Ian's not a small guy.
No.
6'2", 6'3", maybe 6'4", whatever it is. Easily 18 stone. Yelping. And this woman, I don't know what kind of spot she's pushing on him.
Yeah.
But I feel for him. I'm like, I need to help him. I feel like I should do something.
He's a drop kicker.
But no, it was a real behind the scenes thing. Like, it was really interesting to see. So he'd already done his session.
Yeah.
Like 2 solid hours of work, and then he's going in for a deep tissue massage and then an ice bath afterwards. And it's the sort of stuff that even with the IFL stuff, we'll see people doing a bit of training, but you don't actually see the real nitty gritty bit. So,
Yeah.
so it must have been absolute agony. And then he finished, and she was like, right, so ice after this, and then you have to get up early in the morning and go for your run. And he's like, oh, I don't want to go for a run. She's like, well, you have to go for a run. He's like, all right. So,
Well, okay.
and I was just surprised that this is obviously how it is. This is professional boxing.
Yeah.
The little bits that you don't see.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was really peculiar standing there while
Interview and a
a
half.
big man was getting a massage.
Being
And,
up.
and this, I was there for about half an hour. This wasn't a quick thing.
Yeah.
And I was just standing on the wall, had my camera around my neck,
Yeah.
and just kind of standing there, looking.
Did you get any photos of that?
There is a photo.
Okay.
Just because he went take some pictures, and I was like, all right. So I took one, and then I said, just put the camera down. So I don't want to do this anymore. This is weird.
Yeah.
I like you, Ian. You're
You,
a
took,
lovely
you,
guy.
you did take one though.
But I have got one.
Which
And
is
it's already on my
is,
phone
is
now.
that weird or is it not weird?
This is screensaver.
Yeah, it is actually. But yeah, I thought I'd share that interview. I'll be editing that tonight.
I'm looking
tomorrow.
forward to, because I guess we can cover that next week. It's quite. I think that's a really interesting subject. That card and that fight in particular.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of ways to look at that and talk about that.
that entire card is very good. I sat with Willie Hutchinson as well today.
The Hutch
So,
The Hutchinson.
so over the next few days, I'll put up the interviews with the
Yeah.
two fellas. And you know what? We've hit the hour mark.
I think
Shit, we're getting good at this.
Almost like we're used to it now.
like I said, I think it's because we've got less to have to think about.
Can we
We
ring
can just
Drake?
be specific. Drake, let me get him on the phone.
Oh, mate, that's brilliant.
Shall we?
Let's try and give
Let's try
Drake
and
a call.
get Drake on the phone.
Have you still got the number?
Yeah, I'll find it.
Is this bordering? This is like Andrew Sachs sort of stuff now, isn't it? This is harassment.
I just want to make sure I don't ring Russ again.
Oh, gee.
What date is it today? Oh, here we go. No, there we go. We got. I've got Russ and saved the phone now. All right, here we go.
Right.
Oh, you can speak, Mike. Yeah.
No, just ask for Drake. Or Dr. Drake.
No, you don't. No, you need to ask for
Ask for Ross again.
Russ again, and he'll say who. But no, but the only thing is, you'll get phone calls from him. For the
Yeah,
next
I've
5
got to do
hours.
141 first, haven't I?
Because
Oh, is it worth doing it? Because if I do 141, he's not going to answer the phone, and then
We'll leave it now.
it's
then.
not great, is it? I'll do it in the week, and we'll play it next week.
Yeah, we'll record our conversation with Drake. Alright then, boys, so we've hit our hour mark. We've covered.
boxing, Drake. Fuck off.
I really want his opinion now. I think it's going to be brilliant.
That's gonna be wicked.
Right, any other business, boys?
Not from me.
David.
No, man.
Right, we're going to go and get in the car and start our search party for Dwight.
It's too late.
We hope to be back by next week. I hope to be back by Saturday. I've got to go to the Groves fight.
I'm at a wedding.
Lovely. You'll be watching it anyway then.
It's abroad.
The wedding is?
Yeah.
Oh, Jason. Living the dream, son.
Going to see Jay Cole on Sunday night as well.
You are living the dream.
I can't wait for that.
So you fly in, fly out. You're probably jet setting king here.
Mate. Flying from Stansted back to Gatwick, it's not really how
Oh,
Kings...
wow.
That's not how Kings do it, is it?
They do not. Alright then, guys. We will wrap up then with no other business. And we'll be back next week. Peace.
My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children.
Let's get ready to rumble. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning